time to react. It's time to react. It's time to react. Hey, man. It's your boy Long Beach Joe. I'm back, and it is time to react, okay? We are going to check some dope stuff out today. Look, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe as well. All right, when you subscribe to the channel, please hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Check the link tree in the description. It has the links to all of my social media platforms. Also has the links to other YouTube pages I've created as well. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you folks think of the video. Also, if there's something you want to see me react to, put that in the comments as well. Now, let's get into it, okay? Listen, there's a lot of people that be in them jails, but they're innocent. You know what I'm saying? People get caught up in situations with the law. Stuff happens. Their lives get turned upside down, and they're innocent people just, you know, getting screwed over by the law. It is what it is. So we're going to check out today some folks that are innocent, you know, but were wrongly convicted, man. Free everybody in the jails, man, that's innocent. A lot of people get caught up in situations, and it sucks. So sit down with your favorite beverage. Sit down with your favorite snack. It's your boy, Long Beach Joe. It's time to react. Let's get to the content.
It started in 2004 when the Honduran immigrant was accused of killing 2 women. A man who was sentenced to die literally was on death row.
So it's the case of this guy named Clemente.
Wow, he's on death row?
And if I tell you this story, you'll say you got to be making the up. It can't be true.
14 years, 4 months, and 19 days. I've been incarcerated. 10 years, 3 months of them in death row.
14 years and 10 years of them were in death row? Oh my goodness, bruh. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad for this man.
On June 25th, 2004,
Wow.
in Altamonte, Florida, 24-year-old Clemente was indicted on charges of first-degree murder and burglary, a crime that he did not commit.
From the start, Aguirre Harkin said he found the women dead, that he tried to help, and that's how their blood got on his clothes and his footprints.
It was a gruesome crime
Whoa.
that found his neighbors, 68-year-old Carol Barris and 47-year-old Cheryl Williams, stabbed to death.
I didn't do it. I don't kill nobody.
However,
Man.
despite Clemente protesting his innocence, police decided he was the only possible suspect and he was sentenced to death.
And you see right there vehemently, he's like, I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. Man, that's got to suck. To know that you're innocent, to know, hey, look, I didn't do this, and to be fighting, and people just already saying, hey, you did it, and that's a done deal.
In the 14 years on death row, Clemente never stopped trying to clear his name.
Wow.
And he wasn't wrong either. As it turns out, Samantha, Cheryl's daughter, prior to the murder, was
What?
diagnosed with intermittent explosive disorder.
Within inches of the mother's body and in a bathroom where the state argued the killer cleaned up is the daughter's blood, a trail of the daughter's blood going to the bathroom, and then the mother's blood on the outside of the daughter's window.
Wow.
And there's in the doctor's notes, a few years before this happened, where she says to her mother, I'm going to kill you if I ever get out of here. I'll kill all of you.
What? Boom, right there. Bruh, it was the daughter.
Then we find out that she has confessed all over town.
Wow.
We had people coming in all over the place, testifying, affidavits that she said, I killed my mother and my grandmother, I'll do it to you.
With such irrefutable evidence implicating Cheryl's daughter, the day finally arrived for Clemente.
I do know that nobody believed me back then. No,
Yep, nobody did.
besides my mother, nobody believed me.
So
And I
sad.
thank you for it. From the bottom of my heart.
He holds back tears and immediately heads towards friends and family to celebrate.
But today is a brighter day, a new day, and I got good hopes for the future.
Wow, bruh. Oh my God, that is a heart-wrenching story. This man, 14 years he sat in jail, and he was on death row for a long time. And the whole time, it was her own daughter that killed her. Man, thank goodness for those people that stepped up, stepped in and said, hey, we need to talk to y'all. This girl's running around here saying, hey, I killed my mom. I'll do it to you too. Wild.
This is Devontae Sanford, who in 2007 was sentenced to 37 to 90 years in prison.
Wow.
A horrific quadruple murder that he did not commit. He was only 14 years old at the time. Devontae was walking outside his home in his pajamas when he was arrested just 3 blocks away from a vicious crime scene involving 4 people and an AK-47 assault rifle.
At 14 years old, 14, this man gets scooped up and thrown into the system because of something that he did not do. This is insane, man. It's insane.
Devontae was taken to the local police station, where it turns out that the police coerced him into a false confession with the use of leading questions and feeding him facts from the case. To make matters worse, his lawyer at the time didn't help by convincing him to enter a guilty plea.
And a bad lawyer.
His current lawyer had this to say.
In the course of their targeting him, they literally fabricated evidence and committed perjury in order to ensure that this young man, that they could get a conviction.
But just 3 weeks later,
Complete
there was
shame.
another twist in this tale. And that twist came in the form of hitman Vincent Smothers.
Whoa.
Smothers was arrested for 12 murders, 4 of which turned out to be the case that Sanford was convicted for. The lack of action from the justice courts got the attention of the Northwestern Center of Wrongfully Convicted Youths, who pushed to reopen the case, which led to Devontae's freedom in 2016.
It was a homecoming 9 years in the making.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, Devontae is thankful to one particular person for his freedom.
Who?
Smothers.
What?
He protected me.
Wow.
Not the cops. The cops took advantage of me.
Bruh, the hitman is the one that said, yeah. I cannot emphasize strongly enough that Devontae Sanford was not involved. The hitman came clean. The entire system targeted that man. The cops, everybody, his own lawyer worked him over, screwed him over. A kid put into such a bad situation and targeted. Everybody involved, from those cops to that lawyer, should be completely embarrassed.
It's because of this man.
Wow.
I'm able to walk and breathe and just, be at peace.
As it turns out, all that time spent wrongfully incarcerated may have taken its toll on Sanford.
I'm sure
he
it
found
did.
it hard acclimatizing back into regular society.
New and serious trouble for Devontae Sanford. The 25-year-old was convicted of murder here in Detroit, then exonerated and released from prison.
He was arrested for assault in 2018, and this time there was no hitman to take the heat.
Look at this situation, man. As a young kid, getting into that situation where the whole system just works you over and screws you over. He's in jail for such a long time, and then just can't get back and get himself back into the swing of just being a regular, everyday citizen because of what that system has done to you. Man, I hope everything has turned out all right for him. I hope he's able to turn it around. That sucks. Oh, my heart goes out to him, man.
In 1991,
Wow,
Queens, New York, 19-year-old Gregory Counts and 21-year-old Van Dyke Perry were sentenced to life in prison for a crime they did not commit.
Damn, at 19 and 21, these dudes' lives were just getting started, and here they are getting life sentences.
The victim was held at knife point out front of her Queens home, thrown into a car, and driven to Central Park, where she was then raped multiple times. She claimed that the men responsible were Counts, Perry, and a third unknown man. In 2017, after having already served 11 years, the Innocence Project reinvestigated the Counts and Perry case using DNA that was retested. DNA cleared both Counts and Perry from the semen found on the victim.
Wow.
It led to a man who was deceased. Weird, right? So why would the victim make up such a heinous story and
did
send
it?
2 innocent men to jail? The answer will get your blood boiling.
The complainant now admits that her boyfriend forced her to lie and falsely claim these men sexually assaulted her. Her boyfriend was trying to avoid having to pay a debt to these 2 men.
Oh my. Bruh. You telling me this woman, this evil person, had these men convicted, falsely convicted of that crime because her boyfriend owed these 2 guys some change. At 19 and 21, these men basically had their lives snatched away from them because of a lousy debt. Unbelievable. Disgusting.
All that for a boyfriend avoiding debt. The things we do for money.
Wow.
Let's have a look as both Counts and Perry sit in court, hearing the sweet sound of freedom echoing throughout. They do their best to hold back their emotions.
Because of a debt. These 2 men had their lives changed dramatically because of a debt.
Although they are free and reintegrating back into society now, it's clear that this horrible, unjust story will haunt both these men for the rest of their lives.
Yep.
It's never going to be over. The reason why, because it's tormenting my life and it's my past.
You know what? And that's the thing too, is that even after the innocence is given back to you, even after everybody recognizes that you're innocent, the time that you spent in those cells, the time that you spent behind those bars are just everlasting. The effects are everlasting. Just like that man just said, I was tormented. My life was tormented, and it's my past. So much time. That's the one thing we cannot get back on this earth is time. Once it's gone, it's gone. Those 2 men were falsely convicted of a crime because of a lousy debt. A couple dollars. My goodness, man.
1993, New Jersey.
That got me hot.
22-year-old Tito Marino was murdered in his video store. Another gruesome death by stabbing.
Wow.
Eric Kelly and Ralph Lee were both convicted of a crime they had no connection to. The whole story was put together by police using coercion and a sketchy eyewitness.
Bad police again. Bad policing again. Police doing a bunch of nonsense.
They then used those statements against Lee, and that's how they nailed their conviction.
Wow.
It wasn't until once again the Innocence Projects got involved in their case that Eric and Ralph felt a bit of hope.
And the state has just dug in their heels ever since. They refused to investigate this other person, refused to talk to him, didn't look into his history, and instead are just, blindly clinging to this conviction at all costs.
Lee was released after 11 years. However, it wasn't until 2018, after having spent 24 years in prison, that Kelly was finally given back his freedom, after new DNA evidence was presented to the judge in court.
Therefore, in light of the foregoing reasons, the motion to file a both sentence count 3 of Kelly.
Good. Yes. What a joyous moment. What a great moment.
Interestingly enough, we find Judge Joseph Portelli in full Karen mode.
What?
Listen to me. It's not a moment of choice. It's a moment of justice. Okay? It's not something to celebrate or not celebrate.
What? What is that? Judge is out of line and crazy. What are you talking about? It's not a moment to celebrate. This man has had a long time taken away from him. Years of his life taken away from him. For nothing. He didn't even do it. And he finally gets the true justice that he deserves. And you don't think people should clap or celebrate? Because this man, his innocence has finally been restored. It's been proven. That judge is whacked out.
Sure about you, but freedom after 24 years of wrongful incarceration seems like a pretty good reason to celebrate.
That's a fact. 24 years. And people aren't supposed to clap and be happy that
Kelly
this
and
man...
Lee didn't let this dampen their moods. Both were hungry, high in spirits, and thankful for everyone that had played a part in their release.
mainly I want to eat. I'm a little hungry. Be with my legal team. I want to thank them. I want to thank my family. First and foremost. It's been a long time. I just don't know. I'm just out of words right now. I'm just feeling good right now. That's all.
What would you want someone who didn't know anything about your case to know?
I'm an innocent man.
That's a fact. An innocent man.
I'm an innocent man.
All's well that ends well. For now.
Right, in the case of People versus Juan Ignacio Catalan, is that your true name?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Juan Catalan, the man saved by sitcom. An alibi caught on camera, but not in the way you think. On May 13th, 2003, 16-year-old Martha Puebla, a witness in a case of a gang slaying, was shot and killed in front of her home in Sun Valley, California.
Oh, man.
It wasn't until 3 months later that the FBI arrested 24-year-old Juan Catalan during a raid in front of his family's machine shop. Juan was interrogated for hours. It seemed like they already had a huge amount of evidence against him.
Wow.
A witness sketch that looks like you.
Yo, that sketch did look like him for real.
A witness that was supposed to take the stand against your brother gets murdered in cold blood. It doesn't look good. But Juan consistently pleads his innocence, telling officers that they're trying to pin this crime on the wrong person.
You guys are gonna take away my life for this bullshit. You killed somebody. Wait a minute. Those are very strong words right there. I did not kill nobody. I would never kill nobody. And I never do anything to hurt anybody. Convince us otherwise.
As things get sticky, Juan remembered that he was at a Dodgers game with his daughter on that day. But a stadium full of tens of thousands of people, what are the chances that someone captured him there? And even more so, the chances that you'd be able to retrieve said footage.
Yeah, could he?
Well, this is where this case becomes wild. Juan remembered he was on TV, but not the Dodgers cam. It just so happened that Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld and star of the HBO show Curb Your Enthusiasm, was shooting an episode in the exact same aisle as Catalan and his daughter.
The episode was that I picked up a hooker in the carpool lane and took her to Dodger Stadium.
What are the chances? Juan's lawyer contacted HBO, got access to the footage of that episode, and ran the tapes. Hours of research brought no results, and he was running out of tape and felt like he wasn't going to get what he needed. And then, there it was, the once-in-a-lifetime chance of an alibi caught on tape.
What?
And I pointed at the screen, and I said, that's him, roll that back.
Wow. Wow. You want to talk about wow. That is so lucky. This man is at a game. It's being filmed, but somebody's doing a little TV show, and he gets caught on camera. And that's how he's able to present, hey, I'm innocent. Wow.
This footage, combined with a phone call made to his girlfriend at the exact time he was leaving the stadium, led to his case being thrown out.
Man. I'm happy for that man. Wow, that's so lucky. So lucky.
Both detectives were found guilty of coercion and falsifying their reports.
Good. I hope they both got big jail time. Coercion and you falsified reports. Unbelievable. Bad cops, man. It's bad cops. I'm sorry. It's bad cops. That's bad business.
For
big
Juan,
jail time.
What can you say?
I hope
Talk
y'all got
about
big
being in the
jail
right
time.
place at the right time.
From getting the tickets on the day of to being caught on camera, but what are the chances that out of 58,000 seats, they're filming on my aisle? I look at it like I did win the lottery because I got a new opportunity at life with my family. I was so happy and grateful for that.
Congrats. Congratulations to that man. I'm so glad. Whew, that is so lucky. I'm telling you, that is so lucky. He got caught on camera, and also that call as well that he placed. Bad cops, man, put him in a situation, as we see, a lot of, even that young kid, that 14-year-old kid, the way he was targeted and coerced into things. There's a lot of people in them jails, man, and they innocent. They innocent, man. I feel so bad for people. I hope everybody that's innocent get free, for real. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think about the video. If you want to see me react to something, put that in the comments as well. Man, so many people that's innocent out there getting caught up in bad positions, man. I hope y'all get free if y'all innocent, man. I hope y'all get free. It's your boy Long Beach Joe. Free everyone that's innocent in them jails. I'm out.